Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Dr. Gonzalez, and today I'm just going to go over a summary of a podcast that I recently recorded with my friend Hilary. She has a podcast called the Anatomy Nerd Podcast, so you should definitely check it out. The link is on the description of this video. And yes, if you're wondering, my hair is purple. I recently dyed it. Well, not me, my hairstylist did. And I think he did a wonderful job. Anyways, so in this video, we went over some of the most important things about the human heart, and then we discussed the differences of a heart attack, specifically the signs and symptoms between a male and female, right? And I think that's important because we need to bring awareness of how different the symptoms can be between a male and a female. And after that, we nerded about other things like cadaver labs, we nerded about mental health, and even a surprise question that she did at the very end, which I loved. So let's get started and enjoy. For example, one of the things that females could have is tooth pain.
Whoa, what?
And that's kind of like a weird thing. Pain in the jaw area, right?
That's so so how are you supposed to think like, okay, my teeth hurt, I'm having a heart attack? That's so crazy.
Right.
Oh,
so
my
you
goodness.
could think you just have maybe an issue with your tooth.
Yeah.
So you would just go to the dentist,
right,
instead of going to the hospital.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying that just the tooth pain by itself, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes it comes with a combination of other signs and symptoms. In other occasions, females could have heartburn.
Oh, wow.
Right? The sensation of heartburn or like acid reflux, but in reality, it's a myocardial infarction.
Wow.
Right?
That is
and
so those are very different symptoms.
Definitely.
It's
definitely
crazy.
It is. And so I've heard of stories of females that they have gone to the clinic thinking that they have, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Right? And they, in the clinic, they just dismiss it as, you just have an acid reflux, just take this medication for your acid reflux.
Right.
There you go, off you go.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
without considering other situations, right? Considering a heart attack is possible.
Wow.
Right?
I'm really glad that we're becoming more aware of these differences in symptoms because, gosh, these symptoms should definitely be looked at very differently because it could be a myocardial infarction. That's wild. Especially when all of these signs and symptoms go in combination, right? You can have a combination between the heartburn sensation, the discomfort on the jaw area, maybe even discomfort on the stomach area, pain on both arms. That's also another thing. Pain in the back could also indicate it. Yeah. Obviously, the shortness of breath. Right.
With or without chest discomfort.
Okay.
That's another thing that could happen. Also, another thing that a female could feel is like this extreme sensation of fatigue. Like they even walk a couple of steps and they feel like whenever, I don't know if you ever been like or taking the stairs up a building. And then when you get to the top floor, you're just like you can't catch your breath.
Yeah. Like I need a moment.
So that's the type of sensation they feel, but they are just walking a couple of steps in a regular floor.
So it just is much more like energy demanding.
Right. It's kind of like just to give you an idea of how would it feel. Like, or it feels like an elephant is squeezing your chest.
Yeah, I've heard that before. That's a good one to remember for sure. That's interesting.
Yeah, and so I've heard often of stories of females that are, when they go to the clinic with these symptoms, sometimes they just get brushed up like, oh no, you just just take this acid reflux medication.
Yeah, right?
Go home, rest. You'll be fine.
Take your Tums, go lay down, you'll be fine.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
And they could even have things like nausea, vomiting. You see that all of these signs and symptoms are very different to what we are accustomed to here as in males. You know, we have feelings. We come with feelings in our brain, you know. So, and I feel like
people have different limitations too. Like some people, their end is a 6-hour work week, and some people it's 40, 45, and others it's they could just work around the clock, live off of 3 hours of sleep, which you actually can't. But you know, that's everyone's different, and I think that like the message that we really honed in on in that episode is that it's okay to talk about these tough things, and that it's okay to, you know, tackle anything that comes up.
Listen, I went through it. We all went through it. I think one of the things that I mentioned, I did have a mentor who, he was so brilliant. He is so brilliant, and I'm not gonna mention any names, but he has an amazing lab, amazing experiments, you know, and his research is one of the top researchers. But he was abusive, verbally abusive, and it gave me a lot of panic attacks. And after a year, I decided I had to go. You know, after a year, I decided I cannot stay there, and it was very hard because I had a lot of experiments already finished or ongoing, and this was a lot of data that I worked so hard to have. And I had to take the decision of leaving because it was my mental health. I couldn't stand that.
But that took real courage and wisdom to leave. You know, you were taking care of yourself in leaving and making the situation better for yourself and actually thriving afterwards. You know, so I think that I just loved that you shared your story, because it really shows people that you can take measures like that to take care of yourself and to take care of your mental health, and that you will be just fine afterwards, and you may be even better off, which you were.
I did the research afterwards, and I found out another mentor. He was so amazing. He anatomy at the mall. Oh, thanks for the love. Back to the anatomy at the mall. That's one project that it was one thing that I was actually in the mall when the idea came to me. I was shopping. When I was in the mall, this was like 2 years ago, 3, I forgot. I was in the mall and I saw like this whole event. They were doing like, I think it was a orchestra. They were singing something. I don't know. I forgot. But the thing is that the idea came to me in there. I was like, what if we bring the anatomy to the people in the mall? Like, what if we just interact with the people in the mall, whomever is curious, we just do some tests, free vital signs for everybody, and at the end, we'll just give them a little bit of Starbucks. Just go to Starbucks and get yourself a drink. And it was a success. It was a success. And if you like this video, you can click on the card on top of this space, right? And check out other videos that I have with interviews, study tips, and more anatomy and physiology. Thank you for watching, and please, please, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment if you have any suggestions or questions. I read them and I answer you guys. Bye, have a good day.